Hey guys, welcome to another episode of MTraveller7. Today I'm going to be reviewing the first three cities that I went to see with Contiki: London, Amsterdam, and St. Goar. Now these are just specifically with Contiki. I've been to a couple of these cities throughout my whole Contiki trip, and those are going to be in another review. So in London is the starting point for all Contiki tours. I arrived in Heathrow and I took the underground, and there was this great video from Contiki of how to get to the Contiki basement with the underground from Heathrow. I watched it a couple times, made some notes, and the video is exactly how to get there. They couldn't have done it any better. I'll put a link in the description so you can have it as well. Once I got to the Contiki basement, it was almost 3 o'clock, so it was check-in time for my hotel. Checked in and got my stuff ready, and I had a few hours of free time. So I thought, I'm going to check out the Tower of London. I'd been to London before. I'd done a couple of the main attractions, but I didn't do the Tower of London. Everyone's saying, oh, you have to do the Tower of London. You need to check out the Tower of London. It's a great site. So I went there. A little expensive, but you could be only in London once, and I'd never been before, so I was like, I'm going to do it. So I didn't have really any high expectations or anything, so I went in, walked up a couple of towers and through the ancient streets, medieval streets and that was pretty cool because they have all the nice historic buildings still preserved from when they were built back several centuries ago. A few hours is kind of all you really need. I didn't see what the huge hype was about this Tower of London. It's a cool sight to see, if you have, a few spare hours in London and you want to check out something, 3-4 hours is kind of all you really need, unless you really want to see absolutely everything and read all the descriptions of everything and that, then you're going to need literally a whole day possibly. But if you're just going to walk in, just kind of scan through, read a couple things, and that 3-4 hours is kind of really all you need. I didn't really see what the huge hype was, but I've done it, and I'll put a link to the video. So after that, I went back to the Contiki basement, where that evening you have your meetup. And that is where you meet your tour guide, your bus driver, and everyone from all around the world coming together in this one little spot, and you get to meet everybody for the first time. You meet people from Canada, United States, Australia, all over Europe as well. Lots of people, and everyone's very friendly and wanting to know where you're from and what you're looking forward to and that. And you get some information on your tour, get a brief overview of what you're going to do each day, and then after that you're free to go. So we all went out to this restaurant that's in a hotel that's down the street. Have dinner, have a couple of beers, socialize, and then get to bed because you have a very, very early morning the next day. So early that the hotel it's not even serving breakfast left. You're out there, I think by 6 a.m. They don't start serving breakfast until 7. So what I would recommend, and what I did, is there are a lot of cafes on the street by your hotel. Grab a muffin the day before, a pastry or something, so that way you can eat it in the hotel room the morning when you wake up, or you can have it on the bus, because it's about an hour or so bus ride, 2 hours, out of London to the White Cliffs of Dover, where you take a ferry across the English Channel to the mainland Europe. And on the ferry, they have an actual buffet restaurant where you can buy your breakfast and that. But then that's 2-3 hours after you get up, maybe even 4 hours after you get up before you get to eat. So that's what I did. I got a muffin and had that, and that kept me good until I can have a decent breakfast. And then from there, we arrived in France. You go through customs very quickly. And then you drive north through France, straight through Belgium, and then you arrive in the Netherlands. We arrived in the Netherlands late afternoon, We checked into our hotel, had dinner, and then we went on a river canal cruise, which was great. Free alcohol. Can't complain about that. It was raining, so you didn't get to see much outside, and it was dark, but it was raining, so all the windows were covered with water and fog and that. But it was a great time. It was free alcohol. Can't complain about that. And then after that, we went on a very unique tour. And as I like to put it, or I should say as my tour guide like to put it, it's a unique cultural experience. And that is touring the red light district. Now, if you've never been to Amsterdam before, and you're going to Amsterdam, I would recommend going to the red light district. Yes, it's a unique cultural experience. Even though that may be out of your comfort zone per se, you're traveling. So you need to experience other cultures, other ways of life. This is what they do in Amsterdam. This is what they do in the Netherlands. So, if you're not really into that sort of thing, that's fine. Just go and see it. You could be only in Amsterdam once, and just take it all in. And we did see a show that night, and it's pretty interesting. Just a little, it's like kind of like a movie theater, but it's very, very small. A stage in front, and they have seats, and people sit and watch the performance. And they come around, you can order drinks, and it's pretty unique, actually. So after Amsterdam, then we drove all day to St. Goar, which is in Germany, in the Rhine Valley. We got there really, really late. We went to a wine tasting tour that night, which was really good. Some really good wines. And you may think Germany's just famous for its beers. No, Germany has a pretty good wine as well. And I bought a couple of bottles from this family who has its own winery, which is great. The next day, we went to see how beer steins are crafted and koekkaks are made. I would have liked to spend a little bit more time in St. Goar. We left like at 9 o'clock in the morning. We pretty much arrived at dinner, went to bed, wake up the next day and leave. I would have liked to spend a few more hours in St. Goar. Now, it's just a little village in the Rhine Valley next to the Rhine River. There's not much to see there. There's no big attractions or anything like that. It's just a small little village. But it's nice and quaint, And maybe being from Germany, I would like to spend a little more time there. Not necessarily the whole day, but maybe even just an hour would have been more sufficient enough for me. But it's a nice place if you're thinking of going somewhere just to escape. If they go, going to the Alps, in Bavaria or the Swiss Alps or the French Alps or whatever. The Rhine Valley in Germany is just as spectacular. It's very nice and quiet, and it's nice and peaceful. So if you're thinking of going just to get away from the big city, then St. Goar or in the Rhine Valley period is great. So that was kind of the only downside. So thank you for watching. You can take a look at my London video and my Amsterdam video. I'll put the links to those videos that I mentioned and my other videos in the description. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm going to be reviewing the next 3 cities that I was in with Contiki.